very much more active in our finances, and you know, it has completely changed.
Yeah. But so for me, right? Like I never really back then. I didn't really take the time to really identify what a father is. Just like when I got married, I truly didn't know what a husband was. Because nobody really sat me down and said, yo, a husband is this and a father is that. You understand? So a lot of things that we've done or choices that we made was because of the lack of not understanding what that role truly means. So like I had to go and identify what is a father. Like now who are you supposed to be to this young lady that you just brought into this world? You know, I didn't have any sons. I don't have sons. I got all girls. So now the dynamic again is different. Just like Curtis was saying, he was raised by women. You know what I mean? Now here I am trying to raise girls. So now the first time that they get their little monthly visit, you know, from, you know, Mother Nature, it's like, what do I say? You understand what I'm saying? Like, because I want to be a part of it. Like, I don't want to shun away from it. Like, I want to have the understanding of how you feeling, what you going through. You know, how can I assist you? Do you need tea? I mean, I heard if you drink water, it calms the cramps down. Like being involved, because, you know, even when me and Ev was dating, like, she didn't go for her sanitary napkins. I went. Because I wanted to know how she ticked. Like, what's, you know, I need to know my woman. Put it like that. Like, I was not ashamed at 19 to go up in the corner store and grab the little maxi joints, and they used to put it in the brown paper bag. They didn't want to put it in plastic because you can see through it. But I'm like, dude, I'll walk outside with it in my hand. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So for us that's raising daughters, like how is it? Like, I mean, like how did you guys adapt to, trying to raise your daughters the best way that you knew how? I know that's
kind of. I'm a type of person. I just love my daughters. They have been spoiled all their lives. My daughters, when they see me on the block, they say, "Here come Daddy." They come running. I just love them. I think I overdid it because my sons couldn't even hit their sister, even if she did something wrong. If they hit her, I would make her go back in the room and I say, hit them back, and y'all bet not touch her. I'm telling you right now, don't y'all put no hands on your sister. And the reason why that happened was because you know how when you grow up, when you grow up and you're young and you go to school and your mother said if somebody hit you, hit them back. And you didn't mind fighting the brothers. But then back then when you was young, girls had that mentality that they can beat up men.
Oh yeah.
They could. So I used to, when I was young, it used to be this. I ain't gonna say her name because she might be watching. When I was young, this girl used to beat me up. I mean, she used to really, beat me up. And I tried to fight her back, and she used to beat me up. But as I got older, and she thought she could still beat me up, I said, oh, this is a whole different time. I'm not little Reggie no more. It's a whole different thing. Oh, I said, baby, no, you can't. So she smacked me. I said, okay, hit me again. She smacked me again. I said, well, you got to punch me in my face. Then when she punched me in my face and I saw stars, I picked her up, I slammed her down, and I hit her twice, but like a guy. And it hurt me because I stopped. And I cried. Because you know why? I was very apologetic. I said, I'm so sorry. And her mother came to my house and told my mother, beat him in front of me, take him down. And I said, Ma, I didn't. I'm telling you, Ma. I told her, I gave her a chance, and she hit me like 3 times. The last time, she made me see stars. I had to fight her back. And my grandmother stood up and said, oh, no, you're not going to beat him. Because if he stood there and told you that girl hit him like that, he had the right to fight back. But I said, never again will I put my hands on a young lady. And that right there, I don't. I can't do it. That thing hurts me because it's bad for what a man can do. That's why it hurts me when these brothers want to just beat their women up and have them scared and they shake and no woman should ever feel like that, and no man should want to beat his woman like that and tell him to shut up and have him afraid to walk or you know, or to move something on the table. It's just unacceptable, and that's why, you know, I just take care of my this thing right here. That part there gets me so emotional. I really get emotional behind it, you know, because I don't want nothing. That I'm very overprotective. I'm serious. I be ready to go to. I'm just messed up with that. I'm gonna just shut up now. Somebody else.
But yeah, I mean, and that's good for the younger audience, man. You young women, you don't have to take that. You don't have to take that abuse, man. Like, don't think. Let me just explain something to you guys, man. Love don't hurt. If you hitting me and you telling me you love me, love do not hurt. It's nothing about love that should hurt you. So you leave. Anybody that's in an abusive relationship, you get out of there. Like, you get no points for that, beating up on women. It's no points on that. You know, and especially us as being fathers. Don't touch mine. You touch mine, I'm telling you. Like, that's one thing that I will go back to prison for. If you touch any of mine, you know, whatever. But anyway, we ain't going to prison. Hopefully they ain't got to pick nobody like that.
We're going on home.
So, you know, quickly, you know, we're going to come to an end. I'm thinking, you know, for me, I always tell the younger generation that, you know, men are to validate. What do y'all think about that? Like, that's why the kids take on our last name. You know, whatever your last name is, your daughter should have your last name, or your son, because that's part of the validation point for me. You know, and I was never validated from my father, you know, as I was coming up. And I always look for that validation. Hey, you're doing great. You know, you keep at it. You know, you're never going to be nothing because, you know, you hanging with that one and you hanging with that one. It was just like, we always looking. For me, as men, we're always looking to feel validated. But we have to know that we have to do the validation. You know what I mean? Especially with females. Like, you're not just going to have your daughter out here not being loved or overly loved. And next thing you know, when she see you do, that's what she's going to look for. You know, that's why it's so important that we have to be that example, you know, in our sons' lives and our daughters' lives, you know, as men. So moving forward, I mean, you know, what we gonna do different? You know what I mean?
I mean, as far as my experience, especially, I would just say with my father. I guess as a young kid, my father was always, well, he was there for the most part when he could be there. But he always took me out. He always showed me things, exposed me to a whole bunch of things, and I thank him for that. But I also feel like from his pride or whatever the case may be, I don't know what it was, but I never got the validation I was looking for until even now, like to this day, I guess it was something I was searching for, like a thank you, or you did a great job, or this or that, and I never received it. And it's like I always kept trying my best, doing better, and I never saw it. Then it's just like, all right, then what am I doing it for, you know? But at the end of the day, I realize I'm doing it for me. And I want to show this trickles down to my daughter now, because I want to show her the validation that I may have didn't get, that she doesn't have to search for all the time, because I'm going to give it to her. So today, when we're walking out, you look beautiful today. That's it, like that. Oh, do you like the makeup? Makeup looks amazing. Like, you know, I don't care if she did. I don't care if she did all of the hair. Listen, it looks amazing. I think you're the smartest person in the world. Things like that. If she's singing, if your child, I look at it as, if your child is singing or doing something, let them be great. If you're going to give them some tips and pointers, give them the tips and pointers, but tell them they're doing a phenomenal job. Tell them that they can make it doing that, because you can say one thing to discourage them for the rest of their lives. You know, you could tell them, no, be quiet. You might come in a bad mood and be like, be quiet, you sound horrible. That could shut them down forever. And they could have been one of the best talented singers, piano players, whatever the case may be. So I would always say encourage them, give them that strength, that power, show them that it could be done, that it is possible, and then show them different ways and different levels that it can be done. Help them, find a tutor for them to get them better. If one of us is not good at something, we go to the gym and you tell me you're not good at legs, you're not good at arms, I'm good at chest. Listen, show me how to do legs since you're good at it. Show me how to do chest because you're good at it. Show me how to do.
Well, I'm not good at chest. Why you have to do at chest? Bro?
Whatever it is.
You know I got man breasts.
Well, I got you. I got you.
You want to pick me on my
got you.
chest?
I got you.
I see where this is going. You know what I mean? It's alright though. Soon they're not gonna be here no more, baby.
That's how we here for, man. We help. We hold each other.
Yeah, we trying to help you get validation.
That's it.
So I just wanted to back up on the validation from your dad. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, we can't fault our parents for what they didn't know. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to go away from this saying, you know, he never gave it to me. What his way of showing you love may not have been what you was necessarily looking for, but he was always there in your life to show you love. You know what I mean? Just being present to some fathers or mothers, that's enough for them. Right. You know what I mean? So as we get older, we get more mature. That's where I went wrong. I started blaming my dad for stuff that he didn't even have no clue on what it was. So I'm running around my whole childhood mad at him when he had a jacked up childhood and he didn't even know how to be a father. So how can I fault you for something that you didn't know? You know what I mean? Just like on today's time, right? Your daughters can look at you and be like, yo, you wasn't that great neither. Even though you think you're good. But even my daughters, they look at me like, hey dad, you still got some issues too, doc. You ain't perfect. So you know what I mean? So I had to learn to forgive them for not knowing how to be proper parents. Because remember, this is all learned behavior. When you come out that room, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to see, you don't know nothing. So everything is taught to you. So based on what they know is what's going to be taught to you. And that's why you go to school to further your education. Your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to be angry at what you was looking for that
he didn't know.
He just didn't know because it probably was never shown to him.
And I learned that through you guys. Listen,
I appreciate that.
You guys mentored me through that. I talked to you. I got to call you late night. Yo, what's going on? But you tell me, listen, man, you can't fault what they don't know.
What they don't know.
That's understandable.
So, and that's just what I want everybody to know on this point. And we're gonna cut up out of here because it's a little hot. It's about 81 degrees out here. We just gonna say, yo, forgiveness is key. You know what I mean? If you guys want to be successful, you're going to have to learn how to forgive. You're going to have to forgive your enemy. You're even going to have to forgive your loved ones. But you got to forgive in order to move forward in life. You guys want to leave on something, on a note or something, which I want to tell the people, the young people, anybody that's watching. First of all, do anybody got any questions or anybody got any hearts, likes, shares, you know, heart us up, like us, love us, something, do something. You know what I mean? But take us out of here.
I think for me, our responsibility as fathers is to be leaders in our households and lead our children and also provide experiences for them so they see things that are just beyond from what your normal day-to-day interaction is. So do different things, provide the experiences, and it just opens up their minds and so they can see things that are different.
Definitely. Exposure. What's up, Prelate? Talk to the people.
I believe that charity always starts at home and is spreading abroad. Like John talked about earlier about the seed. Now, if you are that man that you are called to be because you learned how to become that man by any means necessary, you learned how to make yourself better. Not just looking at what your father taught you, but as what you went through and how you prospered in life, you are that seed. And what a man plants is also what he reaps. So you have to know how to plant that seed, which is you. If you know you're valuable, plant valuable things in yourself, and it shall prosper through your family. So never give up on your family. It's good to help another house, but it's even better in the betterment when you start to help your own house first. And that's what I want to tell everybody else. Look at yourself as the seed in which you have planted and grow, and you will get your validation because you'll see your labor growing up around you in the money.
That's good stuff, man. What's up? Talk to the people.
I would just leave off with saying, man, just make sure you're doing everything in your heart to make sure you're securing what you have with your family. Show your kids love, affection. Show them everything. Show them whatever you didn't get that you was missing out on. Show them how to get that. Do it. Also with man, it slipped my mind.
It's all right.
Make sure like just show them how to hold down the household. Show them give them time. Don't be a halftime dad like we were talking about earlier. You know, just come take some pictures with them and say, yeah, I chill with my daughter, my son, whatever the case is.
Get likes.
Yeah, own up to your responsibility.
For tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Them tomorrow fathers.
Own up to it.
On Instagram once a
Yeah, this once a year, but listen, own up to your responsibilities. You did something, it caused that, take care of it. Learn how to take care of it. Find some mentors, find some good people in your circle, like they were speaking on earlier. Find some people that know the ropes, did it, went through it, to help you better yourself, to better your kids. That's all I have to say.
For all the young men, young fathers out there, understand that pride is poison too. Once you make sure you have the right circle around you, it's not going to hurt you to ask for answers to certain questions you may not know. Because there's some times where you have young fathers out there who may have a father in the household, but because of how the father was raised, he can't give them the answers that's needed. So for all the young fathers out there, make sure that you have people around you that have your answers and not your problems, for one, and make sure that you don't allow pride to become poison. And just ask the people around you to get specific answers needed in order for you to be a better father.
Sense of encouragement. Just always try to push them, strive to be better. But it's okay. If you ain't for the stars and you're at the moon, it's alright. But encourage them still. Always encourage them. One of your statements that you had earlier. Always push them to be something, want something. Never just leave them dormant, because you have nothing to chase, become dormant. And the mind that becomes dormant becomes still. And it starts to attract negative energy because nothing else is pushing it out. So that's where I'll leave off of that.
That's good stuff, man. So I appreciate you guys on today, man. Thank you for just taking out the time. I know y'all didn't really know what was happening, but it's all good. I thank you guys for trusting in me and my better judgment. Just to always, anytime it's a celebration, we always want to, help someone else first. You know what I mean? And I learned that, before Jesus did anything, he always made sure that he met the need first, in order for them to prosper and to move forward. So I thank you guys. Thank you guys for always being there for me. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys that are watching. I have the same love that I have for them, I have for you. So this is another Stewart Talk. Guys, we're about to roll on out of here. We're going to put up the deuces. Now we're going to get our Father's Day on. We're going to spark these grills and get this food on. And we're just going to enjoy ourselves. So I love you guys. And we're going to talk to y'all another time.
Later.
Later.